Hi, it's Jessica with Jessica's Jeweled Art, and this is lesson number 4 in my diamond painting course series, Learning Diamond Painting with Jessica. And today I want to talk about the process of diamond painting. Now, the process of creating a diamond painting is pretty straightforward and it's very meditative. The first thing you need to do is prepare your workspace. Now, it doesn't really matter where you're working to do your diamond painting, but you need to have a little bit of workspace. I was able to do some diamond painting on uh, my flight when I went to Arizona. I didn't have a lot of workspace, but I used my tray table. So if I can use a tray table on an airplane, which is only so big, certainly you can find an area in your home. When I am at home, I'm usually in the room that I am in now, which is my home office, and I have a very substantial desk that I use to do my diamond painting on. Now, once you have your workspace. Now, usually you need to make sure that you have a clean area and it's a flat surface. Now, I say usually because I also use a light board, and the light board does have a stand that makes it tilt, which means I don't have to bend over so much when I'm doing my diamond painting. And since this is more than just a casual hobby for me, and I spend most of my day making diamond painting projects, I need all the help I can get. But for the beginner, um, having a clean, flat workspace is preferable. Now, item number 2 is to organize your diamonds. Now, some kits come with the zip top bags, but then some others have they're in the kind of the train, or the gravy train, like I like to call it. Um, and those especially, you would need to find some type of storage solution. Now, a storage solution can be something as simple as leftover medication bottles that are, of course, empty of the pills that were once in them. Or you could actually go out and purchase a storage system that was made specifically for diamond painting. Now, what I use is containers like this. They come 30 in the storage container, and I like these because they have the built-in tray and they have the top that close. So when I have them closed, I don't have to worry about if I spill them, nothing's going to come out. Now, of course, when you get your kit, you'll get something that looks like this for the tray portion, and we'll get to that in just a moment. So once you organize your diamonds, um, then you do have to put them in some type of tray system. And again, they come, each kit comes with a tray like this. I prefer something like this because of the top that closes. But the most important thing is that your tray has the ridges, if you can see them in here. And they also have the ridges, if you can see them in here. And as you see, I have some diamonds in here right now because I was in the process of making a keychain like this. And so what you do when you put them in the tray, you do kind of have to shake them around a little bit, and not too hard to make them fall out, but just enough so that you have the pretty side up and the flat side down. Now you're ready to continue the process. Now, what you need to do next is to get your pen. I use a refillable pen, but you can certainly use the one that comes in the kit. And with that one, you would need to use the glue cube to get the glue on the tip of the pen. And then with the sticky tip of the pen, then you would use that to pick up one of the diamonds, like this. Try to get it into focus for you. And then once you have the diamond on the tip of the pen, then you take your canvas or whatever you are diamond painting. For me right now, it is one of these. And then you just go ahead and you find where it needs to go. Oop, I think I pressed too hard. Oh, goodness, what was that doing? And then you press lightly. Um, then the diamond is where it needs to go. Let me fix this one that kind of got turned over when I was hitting everything too hard. Okay. And then I fixed it. Okay. Now, you work methodically, section by section, until you have the entire canvas or whatever project that you're working on finished. And then, now what I do after I have completed a diamond painting project, I always put a sealant or a sealer of some type on my paintings. Now, I have a few videos where I've shown how to do that. And I have one sealer that I use that is more of, it's a triple thick from Deco Art, and it's something that you brush on. But I've recently started using a spray-on sealer for some of my smaller projects, like the keychain that I'm working on right now. And no matter what you use to seal, I personally think it's a good idea, but to each his and her own. My brother-in-law, who also does diamond painting, um, now my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, who I've got into doing diamond painting, I should say, they choose not to use a sealer. They do diamond painting just for their own pleasure and to decorate their home. They put their paintings in frames with either a glass or a plastic front. And so that way they don't have to worry about if any diamonds were to fall out over time. And besides, if it were, they can fix it. Now, me on the other hand, I started off by giving diamond paintings, completed diamond paintings, to my friends and family, just as a gift of love. And now it has turned into a business, and I certainly don't want anyone that I am selling something that I make for it to start to come apart after over time. So I use a sealant on all of my diamond paintings. Now, um, again, it is up to you if you use it and what you use. There are a lot of different sealers out there. You can check your local craft store like Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and different stores like that, and they will have it. You can even get them online with Amazon, Temu, Shein, and even some of the higher standard diamond painting companies. They also offer a sealant. So, a quick tip: if you ever find yourself overwhelmed by the number of colors, focus on completing one color at a time. And that's exactly what I do. I work uh, in a chronological order when I'm doing a diamond painting. For example, let me show you a key ring that I have yet to begin. If I can pick it up. Now, let me bring it close. This key ring has a lot of different colors and different numbers. Now, what I will do is I will pick one like it has a U on there. You can see the U in the middle. Hopefully you can. And so I will go to the container that has all of the U diamonds in it, and I will focus on just taking care of all of the U. Then, when I'm finished with that, I'll pick another letter or character on here. And the next one, I'll pick the M, which is a more of a yellow color. And then I'll do everywhere that there's an M. Now, when I'm working on a canvas, I do use release paper, and once I section off my whole canvas with the release paper, I work on one section of release paper at a time. So, um, that is the lesson for today on the process of diamond painting. I hope that um, this has been knowledgeable for you, that you have learned something. If you have, put it in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Um, Hit the notification bell, and then that way, whenever I produce a new video, whether it's for this course or not, you will be informed, and the more you know, the more you know. So, have a great day. It's been my pleasure. I hope to see you soon, and happy diamond painting!